This is part 4 of My Rich Husband Bought the Side Chick a House. We left off at where I decided to list the house on Airbnb and have my friend Candy as point of contact. After that, I reached out to one of my cousins and told him, hey, will you please show this house to my mom and tell her that it's not too far from us. It just popped up on Airbnb. They might want to rent it since they're coming over. When my mom seen it, I guess she liked it, so she reached out to Joe. Joe is my father-in-law. They got settled on it and decided to drop the cash. Mind you, I charged $1,500 a night because the Mercedes-Benz was included for the rental and they really liked the deal. 5-bedroom house, they don't know. I cashed in basically. So my mom came over with my female cousin and then my father-in-law and his wife, my husband, 2 sisters, and one of his male cousins. They all came along. I bet they all paid for it. They arrived Tuesday night, so we didn't see them. Wednesday morning, they came over. It was around the afternoon time. They came over to our place and my husband was the first to get out the house. Now, my mother, she don't live far from us, so she drove, so both cars brought everybody over. My husband goes, whoa, Dad, you bought a Mercedes-Benz? He was like, no, son, the property we rented, it's a nice brand new property, and the deal they give us came with this Mercedes-Benz. He was like, what? And then his dad was like, you want to go see it? I can take you. We're dropping everybody off. You and I can go so you see it. He was like, yeah, sure, Dad. I knew at this point I needed to go find somewhere quiet and open that camera on my phone so I can see his reaction. So him and his dad got in the car and went to go check out the Airbnb property that they rented. As they're pulling up, I'm already on my phone trying to see my husband's reaction. So when my father-in-law pulled up, he didn't pull into the driveway. He just pulled up straight in front of the driveway. And then you could see my husband's face like this. He just looked so shocked to be pulling up in front of that particular house because he knows he didn't list that property. So at this point, my father-in-law tapped his shoulder and he looked at his father and he's like, and his father probably was like, is there a problem? I seen his head shake. No, Dad, let's go. He's doing his hand like this. So my father-in-law got out the car and started to walk up the driveway. When he looked back, his son is still sitting in the car. He was like, are you coming? He was like, yeah. He said, what's the problem? Is there a problem? He's like, no, Dad. It's some stuff going on at work. Sometimes, never mind. Let's go. So he got in there with his dad and he's looking shocked the whole time. When they got in the house, his dad looked at him. He was like, son, there's something wrong. Do you mind telling me? He was like, Dad, there's nothing wrong. This is a very nice property. Y'all got quite a good deal. He was like, but can we go back to the house now? Because they probably need our help over there. They got in the car and got back home. When they got back home, my husband just looked so, disturbed. He was not at ease at all. So when he sat down, he seemed like he was on his phone, so I started to check too, because, I told you I hacked his phone. So he started texting her. He said, something weird is going on. She's like, what do you mean? He said, my family came over for Thanksgiving. They rented an Airbnb, only that the house they rented is the house that I built and intend to give to you. She was like, what? She said, do your wife got anything to do with it? I am literally looking at him at the corner of my eye, reading these messages. When he looked up, I looked the other way. He was like, I don't know, but I'm going to check. At this point, I'm like, you know what? Right after Thanksgiving, I need to get that house unlisted before he starts checking. Part 5 up next. Stay tuned.